Hey guys, welcome to episode 8, and today we finally get a spy. So we're playing Morgana this game. I'm just gonna off-pick like this because it's the meta. Reject. Now Morgana has to play very passive sort of style. So you don't want to be too loud. You have to act like you're Merlin, and you have to convince Percival that you are the true Merlin. So there are a couple rules you want to follow generally. One is that you want to pick the Percival, if you know who it is, and 2, you want to avoid picking the Merlin. You want to avoid calling the Merlin resistance, because that will instantly get you morged and spied. So playing a passive game is generally how you play Morgana. Brain is going to pick me here, so that's a Percy sign, instantly. And Bommy has picked TME for his pick, so he's picking the hammer, trying to bribe hammer over. Okay, so Never is going to pick Brain. Now, we can't do anything about that for now, so we can reject. Now that tells me he's Merlin. Possible Merlin, because Bommy picked a spy on his first pick, who's Hammer. So that tells me he's Merlin because Bommy picked TME first round as his pick, and it was far away, so there's no need to actually go out of his way to pick TME if it was Merlin. Brain picked me, who's a spy as well, and because I'm Morgana, he picked me. That could be Percival play. And Never just picks Brain because he wants to avoid TME, so that's a Merlin move. So TME picks Never for his mission 1 hammer, and it succeeded, so standard play we just put ourselves on, but if we're accusing Never, you know, it'll also work out. So I'm just going to approve this. Okay, now remember our fail order? The assassin is on the left side of that thing. I'll bring the screen up right now also. So assassin is on the left of Morgana, so assassin will fail and Morgana will succeed. This way we'll avoid having 2 plays, so you can see 1 player voted for failure. We don't want to. So that's how you use the fail order. Now, TME and Never definitely has 1 spy between them. From our perspective, yeah, if we're resistance. So we should try and work our way towards accusing Never here. So now Bommy picks me. Once again, I am Hammer, so Bommy's playing very VT-like here. We're going to approve. VTs are generally the lost ones, and they just pick whatever really, and Hammer, it was me, so he just picked me. Now Brain picks me again, so that's a good sign, I guess, you know. Okay, now Never picks Brain again. So Brain's mission 1 was the exact same as mission 3, both me and him, and then Never's gonna pick Brain as well. Reject. So we can actually, oh god, TME is gonna re-pick Never, so that was his mission 1. Now I'm gonna say, let's put me and Bommy on, because Brain could still be Merlin, possible Merlin. And if I picked him as Morgana, that'd be a bad thing for a Percival who's Never, because Never could still be picking him if he's a potential Merlin. So I'm going to pick Bommy here, and approve. Now the standard play for Merlin nowadays is that Merlin always tries to pick 1 res and 1 spy on his picks. I don't really like that, because I often like to pick double spies if I'm picking 3 people with myself on it, so you know. But if I pick Bommy as well, and mission 4, later on we add Brain or we add Never, and it fails again, I can accuse Bommy, which will make it seem like it's proper Merlin play. So I'm going to press succeed here intentionally, because I want to float it. I don't want to be directly accusing Bommy, right? And I don't want him to be directly accusing me, because if that fails, one of us is definitely a spy. So I'm going to succeed that for now, and fail on a 3P mission. Now let's see who Bommy adds. I don't want to get too close to Bommy at this stage, because I plan on accusing him later on. So I can't really be talking to him. Now once again, chat is very important. At the moment there's nothing much going on in the chat, and I don't really want to stimulate anything. Unless I could say mission 1 possibly doubled, I can maybe say that. What's the chance of mission 1 double? Okay, Bommy here picks Never. If Never is Percival, we don't want to reject. If Never is Merlin, we do want to reject. Or I can keep rejecting to keep the hammer. Let us just approve this for now. Okay, so Never approves and Bommy rejects. Interesting. Okay, Brain puts himself onto mission 3. That's good. Things are looking good. Okay, Bommy is saying, I don't know about mission 3. He's accusing me. Oh god. So I'm saying, well, Bommy, if you want to accuse me now. So later on I have an easier time in the other missions. And now Never is throwing Brain and myself on. Bommy could be Merlin. No, not really. If I picked the Merlin, then that would get me more. I'm still getting picked now anyways. I'm gonna approve this. Never's probably gonna reject. Oh, he approved. And Brain just rejected. Now I'm asking Brain, who do you accuse in mission 1? TME with his picks again as well. Picks us 3. So in 5-player games, there are only 2 spies and 3 resistance. And because there are 3 resistance, when we're picking 3 people, basically the other 2 people who are not on the team are the spies. And TME does not even put himself on, so he's claiming that he's a spy, you know. Of course it's going to reject this, but... oh. Never mind that. He just resigned, basically. So this we have to fail now, because 3 succeeds and resistance wins. So I'm going to fail this. I'm going to call TME spy. I have to call him spy here. Actually, the only way we can possibly win through fails is if I accuse Never as well, who is a potential Merlin. So you can see Never is trying to take control now. He's saying Bommy is resistant, TME resigns. We're taking Bommy over Nub. And now I'm going to return that and accuse Neville. I think Brain is probably percival. Approve. Brain will hammer. So when we call someone who's not Hammer the Hammer, it's because we accuse the remaining people as spy. So TME is definitely spy from everyone's point of view now, basically. And I'm also going to accuse Never, so he can't hammer either. And so that's why I'm calling Brain Hammer. I can't take how I need to raise someone who lost his logic. Lost his logic? Isn't that you, Neville? Mission 1 thought we're just saying. Okay, so Bommy just picks that correct team. Oh goodness. Okay. So I called for Brain Hammer and they still picked the correct team. So resistance 1. Now we need to go into discussion mode and try to find who the Merlin is. So we're going to have to use vote history in the chat. There is not much in the chat, to be honest though. Generally when a Morgana gets morged and called a spy, she did something wrong. So generally that's a good starting point. So where did I get morged? So Bommy is the first person to question mission 3. And that was Bommy and myself here. So Bommy accused me first, for no apparent reason. Bommy is also saying, okay, TME is not hammering. So Bommy just basically called 2 spies out. Never is saying we're taking Bommy over Nub. So at this stage it's Never Merlin and Brain Percy, or Bommy, Merlin and Never Percy. Okay, so this assassination has gone on for about 20 minutes or so now. The final deciding teams, really, as in PR combinations, is Never Merlin and Brain Percival versus Bommy Merlin, Never Percival. So for scenario 1, where Never is Merlin, Brain is Percival, we can see that Brain picks me 2 times in a row. So mission 1 and mission 3 he picks me. That's a Percy sign. And Never in mission 1 and mission 3 also picked Brain. So that's the evidence for Never Merlin and Brain Percival. At the same time, but on the other hand, mission 4.2. So Brain picked this, this, and this. If Merlin is over here and Never, it makes no sense for Brain to reject this. That's one thing. Another thing is that Bommy picks this in mission 4.1 and he rejects. So Bommy's reject over here means a lot. So TME really wants Never to be shot, but I thought it was Bommy all the way along. The main reasons why I thought Bommy was wrong are over here in the chat. If you want to take a look, you can pause it, and I'll slowly scroll down. Let's see, where is it here? Okay, I'll slowly scroll down for you guys if you want to read. All the way down. So the reason why I thought Bommy was Merlin was because for mission 3, I picked him back, and Bommy called, well, he said, I'm not sure about mission 3. He said that somewhere, let's find it. I don't know about mission 3, that's where it was, right there. So that means that Bommy was accusing me right after mission 3 succeeded, and at the same time, if I picked him, Percival will know that I am the bad person, I am the Morgana, because, you know, I don't have to go out of my way to pick Bommy, who is a spy, if I am the Merlin, right? So that's why Never immediately afterwards says, spy picked me. So that's why Never says here, Bommy is res, and we're taking Bommy over Nub. So that's what the Percival says. So that's the reason why I wanted Bommy Never combination as opposed to Never Brain. Also at the same time, earlier on, I hinted at mission 1 doubling, so if Brain was Percival and Never was Merlin, my accusation of M1 double should be completely correct. There was no reason for Brain and for Bommy as well in mission 5.1 to reject my team if Never was the Merlin. So that's why I wanted Bommy shot, but TME believed it was Never, and since it's unranked it doesn't really matter as much, I was okay with shooting Never. But that's okay. It's still a good game to look back on and learn from. So remember, if the resistance wins and Morgana gets spied, there generally has to be a reason for it. And that reason in this game was because I picked him in mission 3.5. So you can generally backtrack from that point and find the Percival and then backtrack to the Merlin. You can also use percival elimination, but this game is a little bit hard to use elimination since Never could be Merlin or Bommy could be Merlin and Brain could be Percival or Brain could be VT. So it's a little bit harder. But either way, we're on the right track anyways. And that concludes this episode. I'll see you in the next one. See you.